Jacksonville. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoy...
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First down by Marvin Jones Jr. He's got over 300 of those in a career, now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out, always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game, and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for and finding Arnold once again. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 7-0. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They're going to try and throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st and 10, Robinson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jacob. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. On 4th down, Jacob, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack, and it's... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Off the bootleg. Jacob on the move to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be hard down at about the 30-yard line. Rolling to his left. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll go with a keeper. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Second down and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. try and throw for it here. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side.
Extra point try now for Santoso. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on a two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the...
Start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The tackle there by Trey Herndon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Russell Wilson, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the... The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jacob. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's Robinson again on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw on third down, Jacob. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. A slant to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags will add to their fourth quarter lead. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Walk it down at the 49. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. 23 yards the pickup there. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
You can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the give, here's Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is good. And it will push the lead up to 5.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right. Mills back to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now